What's good, my zesty lemons? It is I, Lee, and thank you so much for stopping by Zesty Tarot. Today we're going to do a reading about one of the Blackpink members, Rosé. This is by request, and they were wanting to know about her career. So we're just going to get into it and see what the universe has to say about it. If this is your first time watching me, welcome. My name is Lee, like I said in the beginning, and I am an intuitive reader. I am also a stroke survivor. I mention that just in case you're wondering why I don't make sense sometimes. Like if I jabber, my brain is just trying to reset itself. So please be patient with me as I do my best to be patient with myself. Nonetheless, I will say that I will do the best that I can to articulate what I'm trying to say, even if I don't make sense. All right, sweet universe. What's going on with Rosé from Blackpink's career? If she was here today and you had a message for her, what would that message be? I like to pretend that the celebrity is in front of me as though I am giving them a reading because it makes it more intimate that way, for me at least. All right. I forgot to light my candle. I also want to put out there that if you have Aries in your chart, you are more than welcome to check out my other channel, Aries Vibrations. That's where I am focusing on the Aries. If not, you can just chill here. It doesn't bother me any. I feel it stinging my hand right here. Yes. Okay, so the first card out for Miss Rosé is engage in higher reason. Okay. So if I'm not mistaken, I think this card is asking Rosé if there are underlying fears that she needs to address, because I believe that this is talking about keeping yourself grounded and getting all of the facts about a situation before reacting, right? Let me make sure, because I don't want to say anything just yet. I want to make sure that that's the card that I'm thinking of. Engage higher reasons. Bear with me while I try to find this card. Are you right here? Okay, number 47. Okay, yeah. Are you unsure of what's actually true and what is an illusion or your fear talking? Are you feeling insecure or threatened? Okay, so it's saying that she needs to be detached and observe the situation objectively for the moment and take nothing personal. Remain calm. Okay, so, and then here it says, resist emotional drama and avoid its addictive lure and see it for what it is, a waste of energy. All right, so y'all would know better than me, but is she being bullied? That's kind of what I'm thinking. If she's not being bullied, then this is something that maybe the media is saying about her, or for whatever reason she is reacting to a fear of hers. So let's keep going. Strengthen your gifts. Okay. So considering the fact that she is a singer, I'm wondering if, let me keep going here so I can figure this out. Accept disappointments gracefully, and then we have at the bottom of the deck, begin to explore. All right. Strengthen your gifts. I don't know if, like I said, I don't know if she's being bullied or if this is just negative self-talk. She doesn't think that she's good enough. And honestly, I feel that whether she's a singer or a rapper, which one, and whatever one it is, I'm feeling like she's being ridiculed for whatever reason. So let me look at strengthen your gifts so that we can see what this is talking about. Okay, examine what's important to your spirit right now and forget the rest. Focus specifically on your talents and gifts and identify what you need to do to strengthen them. Don't let the negativity of the world override or sabotage your commitment to yourself. Okay, so again, okay, so yeah, I'm thinking that she's being bullied. Whether it's they can't stand the way she sings, or they can't stand the way she raps, or they just can't stand her. And that's a them problem. So my message, and this is, even though my message is concrete, this is a hypothetical thing, pretending that she's here. Like I was saying, my thing is that she needs to ignore the haters, okay? And if it's the media, okay, that is their job to hate. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and be cold-hearted about the situation and say, well, this is what you signed up for, sis. No, because I think that's bullshit. Okay, that is giving somebody a slap on the wrist and promoting bullying. And we have lost a lot of individuals in both K-pop and in regular settings, schools, where they're getting picked on all the time, and usually by somebody that ain't got no room to talk. I don't know if they're making, I think it's like they just don't like her, and I feel like they just bully her. I don't know if they try to say that she's fat or she's ugly or whatever the case may be, but I feel that when it comes to accepting disappointments gracefully, I think her first mistake was possibly assuming that she was, what's the word I'm looking for? Basically, because of the group that she was in, that she wasn't going to be a target. It doesn't matter who you are, what you do. If you're going to have some, you're going to have some enemies, okay? It does not matter. And usually they like to put out there for people to keep the encouragement. That's how you know that you're doing something right. Because if you're in their low vibration, then they ain't gonna pay no attention to you. But it just seems like she can't win for losing. Sorry y'all hear that bumping, but this says to begin to explore, and I feel like this is a personal journey that she needs to go on. We're going to get into why this card is here, but it's suggesting that she explores something of some kind. Well, let's just go ahead and read what that says so that I can have a better understanding. But yeah, so I just turned the page and I see tune out distractions, and that's something that she definitely needs to do. You're not going to be everyone's favorite as much as we want to, but that's the thing. We now live in a society where validation is what keeps us alive. And if you're not liked, or if no one, acknowledges you, then your world is going to come crashing down. That's sad that it's like that, because I feel like you're allowing yourself to be a target to so many individuals that don't have your best interests at heart. But that's how the world is today. And I guess that's just a hard lesson that we would have to learn as a collective. You will eventually understand, and I'm sure that the group Blackpink and all celebrities understand this, but it's still annoying to have to continue to battle this. People just need to take their issues and talk to a therapist about it rather than hurting somebody else. It's not fair. So anyways, what was I looking at? Okay, so begin to explore. Let me find that. I know it's somewhere in my face. Okay, number 4. It says, are you feeling more curious than usual? Are you suddenly desirous for grander, more creative, more sensual life than the one that you have now? Would you like to rebel against who has kept you suppressed? Okay, so let's see here. The divine energy is calling for you to expand, embrace, and explore new horizons. It is directing you to trust this restless impulse and try to do something completely out of the ordinary. Free your spirit and take your chances. Do things that you have longed to do but have been afraid to do. Okay, so she's longing. I think that if this is basically the standards that she is forced to express, she is like, no, I need to show y'all who I am. So if it's not on a bullying tip, I think that I think it is a bullying tip. I think that people are trying to gaslight her into believing that she's not allowed to be who she is. And this is honestly making her want to rebel in a lot of ways. So let's go ahead and get into this reading so that we can see just exactly what she's doing. Because I think it's kind of strange that you're asking about her career. So that lets me know that maybe her career is on the line, or there's some negativity surrounding her at this time, and she's just trying to figure herself out. Okay. Geez, all kinds of sage dust everywhere. Let me clean that up. Universe, can you please tell me why these cards are here? Why did you choose these cards? Okay, 2 more times, please. One more time. Beautiful. All right, Miss Rosé, let's see what's going on with you. Yeah, she's eventually gonna, if she's not doing so now, I think that she's definitely going to start rebelling. I also see this as exploring options for whatever reason. Yeah, the accept disappointments gracefully. I mean, like I said, you can't please everyone, and some people just can't be pleased. They're gonna have a permanent chip on their shoulder until they do the necessary healing to remove it. You have some that were just, I don't know, I'm not gonna say they're born that way. They just chose to be a hateful person. And it could very well stem from jealousy. All right, so we have the 5 of Swords. So yeah, I feel that this is an argument or a debate or people coming at her, right? They're coming at her and they just gotta be right, you know? And so I feel that Rosé is to the point to where she's like, you know what? Y'all can say whatever you want. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna head out. If you want this victory of trying to call me names, call me fat, call me ugly, whatever you're saying, you're trying to say I can't sing, I can't rap, I'm not talented. Okay, y'all go on ahead and y'all do that. I'm not about to sit here and stick around for this bullshit. Okay? I also see this, another possibility that she is battling herself internally. She can't tell the difference between what is real and what's not, simply because when you hear something so much, it starts to internalize as your truth. And what she honestly should start doing is really looking at it for what it is. Okay? Now, if this is someone within the industry that's trying to make her feel this way, I would think I would be best to just go on ahead and leave. Okay? I'm not trying, like, look, what they do over there in Asia, and you know that's what they do. Okay, but there are some ways that they go about things that I don't agree with. You know, I don't like it over here either. They do the same things, maybe to a lesser degree over here, but I've been told, like, what was it, YG? Is that the label that, you know, would, if they wasn't even allowed to have like chocolate or you know, a snack, they would come up and snatch it from them because they had to be perfect. And I hope that one day they will realize how that affects, you know, the people that they are supposed to be taking care of. So this could also be, well, no, because I'm looking at this card and I'll even show you. It's like this person, whoever this person is, and this could be several people. There's one that looks like he or she is weeping. They're crying. So I definitely will say that this is a group of individuals that's talking mad shit about her. Go away, you freaking fruit fly. Gosh, I cannot wait until they go away. I have children, and so they have the tendencies of leaving stuff in the sink when they should be rinsed off, and then here comes freaking fruit flies. They drive me nuts. But anyways, let me keep going so I can see here. Okay, so the Page of Wands usually pertains to a message. But I also see the Page of Wands of taking initiative to move forward with a current project. But I also see this as she has to regain her confidence. I kind of feel that her confidence has been knocked down a few pegs, like I said, because when you hear something so much, you will eventually internalize that. Okay, let's see. We have the Knight of Pentacles here. So I feel that she feels unprotected because the Knight of Pentacles is just standing there offering it. It's kind of like someone's like, oh, I'll be there in a little bit, but just take their precious ass time coming to the rescue, you know, coming to her aid. So I think that she's came to the conclusion that she's, you know, she's not safe where she is. And this could definitely be detrimental to her mental health. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Wands here. I'm sorry, the Two of Swords. Okay. So there are options. And I like the fact that she could see. If you look at it for face value, you're just gonna see the fact that she's blindfolded and she's trying to figure out which way she should go. But she knows, and I think that she has to be careful to not make decisions out of anger, for one. I feel like she just doesn't know how to handle this or how to go about it, so she's confused. But I feel that while the emotions or the waters are calm, that's when she should take a look at use her intuition to kind of figure out what it is that she needs to do. Because something is kind of nagging at her to take a risk or take a chance on something, and she's just kind of like, I don't know what to do. Because I think that she does definitely want to branch away from this. I don't think I mean, I think she'd be cool by herself. I think that's what it is. I think she wants to be by herself, and she wants to do her own thing. So let's go ahead and do some clarifications here. Sweet universe, why did you choose these particular cards? Three more times, please. Two more times. One more time. All right. Perfect. It was burning. Whew, right there. Okay. Okay, so we have the okay. So is this the one that is allegedly with Taeyoung? Is that who it is, or is it someone else? I can't remember. I don't get into all that. I mean, I'm happy for either one of them, but is this the is this the one? Anyways, so we have the Two of Cups, and it says some people are like pumpkin to your spice, right? And if this is the one that I'm thinking of, then I understand now that, yeah, she's definitely getting bullied. And even if there are speculations about Taeyoung and Rosé being together, she's catching all kinds of flack. And I really hate that for her. I hate that for Taeyoung. One of these days, these girls are going to look back on this, and they're going to feel bad. At least I hope that they would. My question is, where in the world are their parents? Okay. That's gotta bother me, because I'm not gonna look. I'll look later, but I wonder if she's the one with Taeyoung, or allegedly with Taeyoung. Okay, next one we have the interesting. So we have the Nine of Cups. Live in a constant state of gratitude, but it is in reverse. So let's take a look here and see what that means. Okay, it says, have you forgotten just how many amazing blessings you have been given? You may find yourself wanting more and more and more to fill the hole inside of you, except nothing ever feels like it's enough. Dig deep in search of what truly matters in life. Bless her heart. I don't know if she has gotten into alcohol, or if there is speculation that she is finding unhealthy ways of coping. But she definitely needs a support system around her at this time. Usually they would try to say that the Nine of Cups in reverse could represent like a smug mentality, like someone who's just, they don't know how to express gratitude because it's expected, and maybe that's where this is why this card is here. Maybe it's the media or the so-called fans that are putting unnecessary pressure on her. She's not allowed to make a mistake. And so, she feels like she has to constantly strengthen her gifts, but it's never going to be enough. And so that is why the Page of Wands is here, because like I said, I like to look at the wands as moving forward, but it also symbolizes confidence, right? The goal is to get to the King and Queen of Wands, because they're comfortable knowing exactly what they bring to the table, right? So she's busting her ass trying to do what she loves, and you have people just, I feel so horrible for her. All right. So we have the Broom, and it says, tidy up your life so that you can make space for something better. And this is in reverse. Okay. What did I just do with that? It's right here in my face. So number 13, this is the Death card. So either I don't know if she ended her contract, or she walked out, on the verge of walking out. There was some type of ending that happened. Okay. I don't know if Blackpink are even doing anything. I'm so out of the loop because I had my own personal things going on, so I don't know anything about anything. But usually when you have the Death card, this does symbolize a metaphorical death. Something has to come to an end. And the idea of death is petrifying to a lot of people, because what we want the most will no longer exist, right? I think that's why so many people are afraid of that, because they know that when their time comes, that's it. And we have no way of knowing how it's gonna happen. We're thinking about everything that we're going to leave behind. But in this case, this is saying that there are things that she has to leave behind because it promises a new beginning. It promises that better things are on the way. But she just has to get rid of the clutter to make room for it, right? So in reverse, it says your refusal to let go doesn't delay the inevitable end of certain relationships or situations. It just causes you to stand around awkwardly until it ends its own life. I'm sorry. Okay, I messed that up. It just causes you to stand around awkwardly until it ends its own life. Life is short, so be mindful of how you spend time with others. Okay, so I don't know what's going on with her, but I just know that she's not where she needs to be. And I also think this about her as well. I think that people need to pay very close attention to what's going on with her. And instead of ridiculing her, ask this woman, is she okay? And if there is anything that can be done to help her. Bottom of the deck, we have the Moon card in the upright, and it says taking time for deep self reflection is essential. Okay, so I think, yeah, it's definitely time for her to do some soul searching, and she definitely needs to do she needs to get away from the scenes. So if they are on a hiatus, this would be the perfect opportunity for her to if she is dealing with alcoholism, I don't know, I'm just, you know, kind of speculating here. If she is going through some things, she needs to check herself into some type of rehabilitation center of some sort, even if they have one that kind of allows you just to relax. You know, she needs to stay out of the public eye and just get her wits about her again before it gets out of control. So let's take a look at the Moon. It says it won't always be love and starlight, the witch says to you, scribbling something down in her journal. Like all of us, you have things hidden in the shadows of your own heart and mind. Persistent fears, insecurities, secret insecurities, or maybe some bad memories. Don't ignore these issues, hoping that they will go away on their own. Just because, because that's not how it works. Shine light on them and do your best to work through them. People find it cathartic to write their way through their struggles. But that's not necessarily right for everyone, nor is it always enough for some. So be sure to seek advice from a mental health professional for any ongoing issues that you might be dealing with. This sweet girl she's depressed. And I think that the pressures of being Rosé is definitely taking a toll on her. And my advice for her is, like it said, to seek professional advice about how to go about it so that she can take the necessary steps. Because if she's drinking, or if she's starving herself, or anything to that effect, because people are saying that she's fat or she's ugly, like she's backpedaling and giving them more things to talk about. Next they're gonna say, oh, she's doing drugs because, you know what I'm saying, like anything, like and pray for this girl. Pray for her. take her professional title away from her and look at her for who she is. She is an innocent human being under a microscope. I'm sorry, a magnifying glass. That's the correct word. Under magnifying glass, thank you. And someone is beaming this horrific light on her just to see if she's gonna burn. This is sick. All because of this? Let's take a look at this so I can see what this is talking about. In this card, we have two people who share an intuitive understanding of one another. Not just on a human level, not just on a witch level, but on a soul level. They say in unison. Sometimes couples like this don't need to speak their thoughts out loud to know what the other one is thinking. It's like a bond that is not easily broken because it's so unlike the other. And that's exactly why this kind of relationship and this card will signify your reading. While it can represent a romance of some type, it doesn't necessarily have to. We often forget, like, friendships and family ties can be just as powerful. No matter what, recognize that what you have and cherish it. Okay, I also see this now. If this isn't dealing with, if she's not the one that I'm thinking of, I can say that, is it one of them? No, never mind. I'm tripping. If this is like a friendship connection, or even a professional connection, if it's all in her head, I feel like she needs someone that gets her, right? And I really hope that she does have someone there that is, whether it is romantically or on a friendship level or even on a, a familial level. Because this is heartbreaking. Yeah, being a celebrity, it has its perks, but oh my gosh, when you're dealing with a lot of people that cannot stand your existence just because they're jealous of you, that's horrible. It really is. I mean, hell, even even as a regular person and you're just trying to live life, you got people out here that just want to see you fail just because their lives are miserable. And that says a lot about them as a person than it does whatever they're trying to, try to say about her. So with this reading, I just hope that everything works out in her favor because she deserves it. And I'm so sorry that she's going through this. Yeah, I'm gonna leave this here. To the one that requested this reading, I hope that this was what you were hoping for. And I would like to hear your feedback on this, okay? So, if you... This makes me sad. It really does. I really don't know what to say. But if you agree with this reading, you're more than welcome to like it. You don't have to if you don't want to. Drop a comment down below, hit that subscribe button, tell your friends about me, but most importantly, remember this: when life gives you lemons, always keep it zesty. Take care of everyone and take care of yourselves, okay? If you're going through anything, please speak to somebody about it. All right? Bye.